Back to high school. I never left. Yes, yes. It's set in high school. It is set in high school right now, but really, that's just the stage that it's on right now. I think as we go along in this series, we're going to be dealing with huge, epic human issues. We've got issues that we were dealing with, in civil rights and just many, many years ago as a society, and are kind of still dealing with in some parts of the world today. It's we're going to see that unfold, but instead of whites and blacks, it's going to be atrians and humans, or instead of other cultures, it's going to be atrians and humans. So it's going to be really interesting to see how producers and writers come up with some really interesting stuff as far as what the atrians are like, and what kind of powers do they have, what kind of abilities do they have, what kind of language do they speak, what is their culture like, how are they going to mix in. So it's just a whole different feel than 90210. They're very, very similar to humans. They have the capability to feel. They have the capability for emotion. They seem to have all of that. Of course, there's a physical difference. They have markings on their body and their face that are kind of what we might refer to as a birthmark. They're all different for each atrian. But so I totally lost my train of thought. What was your question?
The difference between...
the difference. So the physical differences, but they obviously have the ability to fall in love and remember love, because we see that, and that's kind of one of our main running themes is a Romeo and Juliet aspect to it. So that's what makes it interesting, is that the atrians are similar enough to the humans, and of course look similar enough so that there's possibility for crossover. There's a possibility for love between a human and an atrian, and I guess we're going to see how that affects the societies, both human and atrian, and how that basically erupts into a huge, possible, fate-ending or a life-ending fight. We'll see. I don't know. Yeah, well, in the pilot, Emery's dad actually ends up shooting Roman's dad. There's a struggle, there's a fight at the end, and so that's a really, really interesting aspect there, that this love that they think they kind of have between each other, we're going to see how that affects the relationship, and how, can you imagine if your girlfriend or your whatever, or your husband or your boyfriend shot one of your family members? Obviously, it causes a little tension. So we'll see how that plays into it, and that's just one more layer to this complicated love story. The makeup, the tattoos that we have are actually, they're printed on a sheet of paper, and we actually just kind of lay them on and put some water and then peel them up. They're almost like stickers. So they're actually really easy. We went through a lot of shifting to get the right look for the pilot, but once we got it set, obviously we can't move it. So it's set, and it's not that hard to put on, but it does take a little longer to get off. You got to rub it and scrub it with oils, and so I'm always there a little longer than everyone else. But I think it's cool. I'll sacrifice that time, because being an atrian is freaking cool with the tats and everything. So.